North Korea is suddenly gearing up to welcome international visitors for the first time since the January 2020 closure of its borders due to the global pandemic, and the first country permitted to visit the reclusive nation is not what many people expected. Russian tourists, surprisingly, are poised to be the inaugural post-pandemic visitors, embarking on a ski trip scheduled for February. This revelation came through the Russian state-run TASS news agency, and a Vladivostok-based tour agency, Vostok Intur, is advertising the 4-day journey, set to commence on the 9th of February at a cost of $750 per person. This unexpected turn of events defied expectations that China, North Korea's primary diplomatic ally and economic lifeline, would be the first source of tourists post-lockdown. The tour is reportedly arranged under an agreement between Oleg Kozhemyako, the governor of Russia's Primoria region, and North Korean authorities. Kozhemyako, who engaged in economic talks during his December visit to Pyongyang, expressed anticipation of discussing tourism, agriculture, and trade cooperation. Quoting the tour agency, TASS News reported that the Russian tourists from Primoria would fly to Pyongyang, where they would explore monuments such as the Tower of Juche Idea. Subsequently, they would venture to the east coast's Masik Pass, home to the country's modern ski resort. The promotional material from Vostok Intur enthusiastically described Masik Pass as a real paradise for winter sports lovers, boasting diverse slopes catering to both experienced skiers and beginners. This unexpected initiative signifies Kim Jong Un's emphasis on strengthening partnerships with Russia. While the resumption of Chinese travel is expected to bring in more revenue, given that Chinese tourists constituted around 90% of North Korea's international visitors before the pandemic, the decision to welcome Russian tourists first suggests a strategic focus on diversifying diplomatic ties. Under the backdrop of North Korea slowly easing pandemic-era restrictions to revive its economy, concerns linger about the pace of reopening and the country's readiness to handle public health challenges. The move towards international tourism aligns with the country's economic strategy to earn foreign currency, particularly under the weight of ongoing international sanctions. South Korea's spy service, in August, disclosed that North Korea's economy contracted annually from 2020 to 2022, facing a 12% decrease in GDP compared to 2016. Tourism is the easiest way for North Korea to earn foreign currency under the international sanctions regime, remarked Ko Yu-hwan, former president of Seoul's Korea Institute for National Unification. He anticipates that North Korea might eventually open its doors to Chinese tourists as well, further bolstering economic cooperation between the two nations. While North Korea is widely considered to be one of the world's least visited countries, pre-pandemic the nation saw a steady influx of over 200,000, mostly Chinese, tourists annually. Leif Erik Easley, a professor at EY University in Seoul, emphasized that visitors from Russia might not be as financially lucrative for North Korea as the return of more numerous Chinese tourists. The economic dynamics, influenced by geopolitical considerations and international sanctions, add complexity to North Korea's decision-making regarding the resumption of tourism. The uncertainty surrounding North Korea's international tourism expansion is compounded by the country's cautious approach to ideological influences and infectious diseases. The Kim regime is expected to navigate the reopening of borders in a considerably limited and gradual manner, according to Lim Il-chul, a professor at Kyungnam University's Institute for Far Eastern Studies in Seoul. For North Korea, the potential risks and benefits of international tourism are intertwined. While it presents an opportunity to alleviate economic challenges, the Kim regime remains vigilant about ideological influences that could accompany the influx of foreign visitors. Easley added, "For the Kim regime, international tourists risk ideological pollution as much as they promise economic benefits. As the ski trip unfolds, it serves as a microcosm of North Korea's delicate dance between economic revival, international engagement, and the preservation of its unique political ideology." The decision to welcome Russian tourists before Chinese ones, while surprising, reflects a nuanced approach to diplomatic relations in the face of economic hardships and geopolitical complexities. As North Korea cautiously opens its doors, the global community watches with curiosity and speculation about the potential impacts on the country's future and its place in the international arena. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment, and check out some of the other travel stuff in our feed. Take it easy, and we'll see you in the next one.